Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Sorry, I was just checking, wanted to make sure everything was up and running. Um, Welcome. Sorry, just trying to get the chat to be bigger. Perfect. Welcome. For those of you who have not been here before, thank you for joining. My name is Mike. Um, So what I like to do in my videos is I would like to do gesture drawing, and I also like to do character designs and things of that nature. Today, what's up, Locke? Today will be a gesture drawing day, except with a little bit of a twist. I'll be doing 10 gestures or characters, probably between 5 and 10, somewhere in that range. We'll see how long it takes. But I'll be doing about 10. What's up, Peter? Um, but I'll be doing about 10 from imagination. So what I did before the stream, which is why some of you are waiting, is I did these from reference very quickly, just so I could get a warm up in. So now we'll go ahead and do some imaginative work. Also, probably stuff from memory as well. So without further ado, let's get started. I think that this week as well, I should be able to get back into my groove of doing like twice a week. I mean, this is Easter weekend for, I don't really celebrate, but my family does, so um, I might be a little busy this weekend, but we'll see. Um, is that Sluker? Welcome. I have not seen you on here before. Sorry if I butchered your name. Either Sluker or Slucker. Welcome, and sorry for probably obliterating your name. So let's get going here. The first one I will do from memory. And for those of you who have been on the channel for a bit, you'll probably recognize this one as I go through. Um, okay, Sluker. Oh, thank you. That is something that I am not uh I'm not very confident about. So thank you for that. Ooh, I'm going to try your name. Is it Mauricio? Mauricio? Sorry if I butchered your name, but welcome. I've not seen you on the channel either, so welcome, and I appreciate you for joining. Um, let's go here. Sorry if y'all haven't noticed, I have a little bit of anxiety saying people's names. I don't like to offend people. I mean, any good person would say that, but one of the things for me that feels offensive is when I don't properly say people's names, so I'm always hesitant to say names on stream. So sorry about that. I'm trying to get over it, and I'm sure I will as I learn to stream and or not learn to stream as I stream and more people keep joining. So one thing you'll see in Spanish, it's more like Mauricio. Okay, it's interesting because like I took it or not took I was able at one point to speak almost fluent Italian. So like the CI makes me want to go like say chi because like that's like how you pronounce CI in Italian. But thank you, Mauricio. Okay. Anyways, some of the things that you'll notice is that I'm trying to be a bit more intentional than I typically am, and I'm just taking my time because there's no rush with imaginative work. I think that's fine, most of this. And you're also going to see me drawing through a lot more. That's just to kind of check my work as I go. So this one's going to come here. Here probably. I probably could. Okay, come here. Alright, so the one thing I am noticing about this one is it's not quite as dynamic as I wanted it to be. So I am going to fix that a bit by pulling the rib cage forward even more here. So now I'm going to get a little bit more of what I was looking for. And you'll have to excuse me, it has been a bit since I've done a lot of like gestures from imagination, so it'll probably take me just a little, like a few at least, attempts to get it a little bit more fluid as I go. Do I want that arm that way? Let me see. I think his arm actually, if I'm remembering the reference correctly, goes back a little bit more and then forward just a bit. And what I'll do is for the ones that I'm doing from memory, I will, you know what, let me try it. First of all, let me do this, but let me try maybe it's back that way. I'll show you the reference that I'm thinking about because I should have it saved. So this goes back behind. All right. So that's that one. Probably. All right. So yeah, I'll stop this one here. Again, these don't need to be perfect. These are just me practicing. And I will pull up the gesture that I was thinking about. Probably in this one. If I can find it. Oh man, I should go back to doing some of these. I missed these ones. I probably will on my next stream. Do I have it? That is the question. I don't have this one. Sorry. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Just needed to turn the body a bit more. So this is the one that I was trying to remember. So, yeah, not too bad. Needed to turn his body around just a bit. Maybe pull the head down just a bit. And, I mean, this leg doesn't really matter all that much. So I'm not too worried about that. But not a bad start. Alright. So we will go into the next one. I just kind of got a peek of this one, so I'm trying to, because I really, really like the motion in this one, if I can think of it. Let me think here. Think maybe her body's like this. Actually, this is going this way a little bit. Yo, welcome back, Armor, Peter. Oh. Peter, you never left. Welcome back, Armor. There's something off with this one. I mean, it's still not bad. So it's not quite what I remember the pose as. Good. I mean, this definitely isn't the pose now, but one thing, if I were just thinking about this from my imagination and just trying to do a pose that looks decent here, I would probably do what I just did with the head, and then also pull this up a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down, I'm going to erase my like midpoint circle here, and I'm gonna actually pull this up a bit. Tilt the pelvis even more. So now this leg is going to come down to here. Get this line in here. All right, and you can tell I'm gonna be a little bit scratchier as I'm doing this because I'm trying to find the rhythms. And then, you know, what you can do is after you've kind of figured out where the, oops, let me just go back to here, where the lines are, you can go kind of back over them. Or what you really do is after you've completed all of these, you'll just, you know, plop a new layer on top, lower the opacity of this layer, and then just draw right on top of it. So that's another one. Let me check it and see. See if I can find this one. I actually know that I can because I just saw it a second ago. Where are you? Foreshortened poses. This is definitely nowhere near as dynamic or as good looking as the one that I was trying to imagine. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't even close. But not a bad pose. Maybe I'll try that one towards the end. So let's do... let's do a crouching pose. I did this one last stream. Actually, let me just do this one instead. I'm gonna do a different crouching pose than I did last stream. I'm kind of thinking that, like, on this one my horizon line is like here-ish. Or maybe even higher, actually. Maybe like up here, and it's going this way. Trying to think here, what if his hips are actually, because he's crouched down, are more like this. One knee here, one knee around there. That's a useful trick, by the way, of it's a great exercise. Yes, I appreciate that. It's a fun one. Um, sorry, what I was going to say is that's a good way to help yourself sometimes if you kind of like know where you want specific parts. Like first one is like, for instance, hands. Like you know where you want the hands to be at on the character, but you're not sure how to move, like have the arm oriented in order to get there. I would recommend that you draw the hand first, even if it's just like, for instance, this one, the hand's going to end up being kind of around here. Um, so if you do that, now I know, okay. So his arm is going to go like around here, elbow there, and then we're going to get the forearm to here. And maybe the hand is slightly too far away, but that's not that big of a deal. So now I can just here and forearm, right? So doing stuff like that is helpful. I think I want this knee to be maybe in here. Or let's see here. Not really gonna see too much of this underside of the leg. I might just draw a hint of, actually no, I'm not even gonna do that. I do remember it being in the reference that I'm thinking about, his foot over here. Oh, maybe I can. Kind of include it right here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Trying to think here. His arm would be probably going maybe a little bit back in space here. Something like that. So upper body's a little bit too big, I think. And definitely his head's a tad big. I think that this is fine. Just making that small change, I think, helps it out quite a bit. And we have a little bit of a crouching pose here. Alright. So these are our 3 poses so far. All of this up here, which I'm actually going to get rid of. Copy and paste. All of those are from reference. So we're going to delete those or just erase them away. And all of these down here are from imagination. Let's just go up to the upper right hand corner. So that's 3 in. Let's get a few more. This is a pose that I am pretty comfortable with. I've drawn it quite a few times, so I will get it in here. Let me think here. Yeah. All right. I wonder if anybody can tell me what's wrong with this pose so far. But I can show you very quickly if you're not sure. She's slightly off center, just slightly. So I'm gonna fix that is just tilting her a bit. Do it this way. Tilting her a bit that way, and that fixes that problem. Alright, that pose is finished. Nothing more really needed there. Oh, I can show you quickly the reference image I was thinking of for this one. Import image. It is really good practice to do this as well, is that is the problem, you are correct. Huh, that's funny. So what I actually ended up doing, so this is the one I was thinking of. But what I ended up doing is I took the arms from this one and mixed it with the legs from, let's see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Kind of the legs from this one. Not quite the same, but close. That's funny. But still works. In my opinion. I guess probably to fix more of the balance issue, I probably should take this leg, because it still looks a little off balance. Probably could just take this leg. And do that with it, and then she's more balanced. Which I probably will do, because I do think that actually looks better. It does, but this knee, so these are the things you need to pay attention to. So this knee on the left, our left, her right knee, is higher, or is, lower than the one on her left, our right. So what that means is this is going to also end sooner. So now she's, in order for this foot to be on the ground, she's going to have to be on her tiptoe just a bit. So that one works better now. On to the next. Give me 1 second. I need to push this over just a bit. What is happening? Computer, do things. Okay, guess not. Okay, that was weird. So, ooh, yeah, let's do this one. It's been a long time since I've done this one. Oh, this is also a good reminder. Hey, Pumpkin Pie, miss you too. Glad you made it. Appreciate you joining. this is a good reminder of why you can't just draw from imagination, because we misremember things all the time. I was very confident before I started drawing that, if you remember. Oh, I've drawn this a million times, it won't take me long. And I have drawn this pose a billion times, but I also was remembering it incorrectly. So that's one thing you want to think about, is that it's really good to... I guess so. The computer has been revolting a little bit. Just make sure that you are consistently infusing references into your work, because your memory is not as good as you think. Maybe it's better than mine. You know, I'm basically a boomer since I turned 30, but just make sure you're doing that consistently. I have been doing great, Pumpkin Pie. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well too. Alright, so I'm going to draw this other one that I really enjoy, and my brain is trying to remember what. Okay. Let's see here. And her hips, I think, are pointed almost the opposite direction. Just wanted to finish the watercolor eye drawing, but it's already night here. Oh, I'm sorry that it's already night there. It is the middle of the day here for me. But good luck on your drawing. Hope that it goes well. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think here. What is this leg doing? Where is this leg going? Maybe it's coming more towards us. Is it? No, I think it is going this way a little bit here. Sorry, I also talk to myself. Well, if you join our Discord, you can do that. You can share it on there. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can join the Discord. Love to have you on there. So, you know what? I am going to change this head. Maybe have it face towards us a bit more. Even though this, again, these aren't going to be exact replicates of the image that I'm thinking about, right? But most of them are not broken, right? And the other thing is too is that you're able to kind of identify where the problem areas are. Okay, this sounds good, Pumpkin Pie. But yeah, the main thing is that you are able to correct what you've been creating, so that you can make a body that works, right? That's the main objective of your drawings from imagination, is making things that work. That has to do with the balance, the the overall gesture itself, and then you also start to work on things in a manner that allows you to be a little bit more free. Okay, so that's like the biggest thing. Next, let's do I can try to do, oh yeah, I like this pose. It's a kicking pose. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. It's not, again, not an exact like replica of the image that I was thinking about, but it works, and that's again the main thing. All right, so on to the next. It could be a ninja pose, whatever you want it to be. Let me think here. I want to try to do a... I'm going to try to do one that I don't have. Thank you, I appreciate it. I like to think so. I'm going to try just like a squatting pose, but like full, like the character's like facing fully at us. Let's go here. Oh, actually, let's make it a little more interesting. So what I'm imagining with this is that his upper body or her upper body is facing away from us, and then gonna have the lower body coming slightly like more towards us. This can work. Again, this is complete imaginative drawing of this particular one, just because I don't actually have a reference for this. Yes, I would agree with that. It takes a lot of practice to be able to get down. Alright, Coop, I appreciate you hanging out, man. We gotta get on a voice chat soon, Coop. It's been too long. But yeah, I would agree with you completely. It's easy to imagine what you want to draw. It's hard to draw what you are imagining in a way that feels right. Like, I feel like right now this is fine. I feel like right now, like, this is, I'm happy with the way that this looks. If I were to, like, cut it off and I just had, like, if I cut it off, like, here and just had maybe, like, the legs just kind of coming down arbitrarily. But I want to get all of that in. So let me maybe start by doing, like, the feet here. Now I can just kind of get that in there. Feet are a little big. We'll make them a bit smaller here. All right, I'm okay with this. There's confusion in the lower body for me, but that's, again, at that point you look up an actual reference and you fix it. That's not the point right now. Oh no, that's no good. That's true. That would just, this position would destroy my knees. All right, let me see here. What do we have? We have 7, so I think I could get 3 more in a reasonable amount of time. What do I want to do next? Let's do. All right, so I'm gonna do a pose that's just from like the thighs up. That's true. Alrighty. And I can show you the reference that I was thinking about for this one. So I'll import that in for you. So it was this one. So again, not the same, but close, right? That's interesting. I keep like switching like the shoulders, but granted, this is fine still. What I mean is like on both of the ones that I've done so far that I've shown that are references, this one. Oh, I didn't show this one, but this one and this one, both of them I kind of flip-flopped the orientation of where the shoulders are going. So like for instance, this one should have actually been this way, versus the way that I did it. But again, it's fine. Just want to say, since you made streams or short videos when you draw poses, would be a great vid to like watch when people finding poses, so I'll keep that in mind. I mean, Pinterest is good, but many poses and but many poses on paper look so tiny. This is right fit. Okay. Thank you. And I heavily advise against erasing in the middle of the gesture process. Yeah, I would agree with you. It's not good to erase. I typically don't when I'm doing actual gesture drawing. I'm just erasing away stuff now because this is just me doing imaginative work. But yeah, I agree. It's a bad habit that I have. You wanna keep all of your lines and really go light, and at least this is my understanding. Go light and just like draw over whatever you have, right? And not erase. You want to keep every line on there. I appreciate that though. What's next? Two more. Getting the whole is better, gives a better return than the construction. I would agree with that, like the whole rhythm. And yes, that was what I was going for, is like pain. But yeah, I would agree with that, Edson. You want to get the entirety. That's literally what like a gesture is, right? It's like getting the full like motion of what you're drawing. So I would agree with you completely. It's just sometimes like, I don't know, I work both. I like to work gesture and I like to work my construction within the gesture, just because it, like for instance, today is like a prime example. I'm able to make like relatively decent body constructions with okay gesture. I wouldn't say these are great by any means, but okay gesture, because of the practice I've done with both. Again, these obviously need some work. Like, these aren't perfect. I think out of all of these, this one and this one are probably the best. The rest, okay. What is this, 8? 2 more. What do I want here? I'm going to do... I'm going to do a... See if I can remember how to do this pose. It's been a while. You could try like reaching something. I mean, are you talking about like somebody like bending over to pick something up? I could maybe try that. That is a pretty difficult pose, but I can try. I'll do it right after this one. Alright, so one thing I need to make sense of is this is going this way, so this knee's going to be a little higher. So this leg, since it's higher on this side, is going to probably bear the weight of this pose. And then this one can be a little further out, and maybe on the tiptoe. Rib cage, or I guess really the upper part is it big or wide? No, it's actually about the right size. I do think it's a little bit on the wider end, but the length is probably perfectly fine. Alright. I do want to tilt it a bit more. The opposite direction. Do I? Maybe I'll tilt... Thank you. Maybe I'll tilt the lower body this direction a bit more. And I can then straighten this leg out a bit more. So we'll get something that goes straight in like this. maybe, or let's see what I had before. I think this is fine. Alright, and then I can maybe have the arm coming in. This arm here. Something like that. This one's a bit on the stiffer end. Just a bit. But that's okay. Definitely not my best one. I like lost what I wanted to do with the pose like midway. I didn't have like a clear idea of what I wanted in my mind, but it's not horrible. I do think like it's a little, probably the upper section is a little too tilted to the side, so I could probably do this and it might fix it up a bit. That feels a little bit more realistic. All right, so last one. This rib cage with the collarbone up here, it looks like an angry face. Like these are the eyes, and this is like the mouth, and then the eyebrows. That's funny. All right, let me think here. Let me try this pose. This is a pose I kind of like invented a while back, and when I finished it, I like loved the way that it looked, and then had trouble kind of recreating it from memory since. Let me see here. Just gonna move. It can be tilted, but it needs to still be a little bit more underneath. Let's move that there. Yeah. How did I have the legs here? I think I wanted them to be a bit bent. Mhm. All right. I gotta really think about what the legs are doing here. So probably nice strong position. Something like that. Do I want them to be that wide? Let me think here. Yep, it is it's going to be a sword holding pose. You are correct. I can do the arms really fast. The arms are the part that I am fine with doing. Just trying to think if I like where the legs are. I mean, this is fine. I think the legs are a bit too spread apart. So I'm going to erase and try again. I think this back leg is actually okay. Maybe it's just the front. Maybe not. Maybe this is fine. These poses are, yeah, these are all imaginative poses today. I mean, they do have, like, references that I'm thinking about, but all of these have been imaginative. So, like, these two, and, well, this one has the legs of this one as well, but, and these two over here. So those are what I was thinking of. I brought those onto the stream after I drew them, just to show everybody. Like, this one even has one too. Let me see if I can find it really fast for you. But all of these are things that I would say are not, like, for my memory, they're not necessarily fully. Like this one right here though, the crouching pose, that one, the crouching pose in the top layer, that one is completely imaginative, and probably the one right below it and the one on the bottom right corner that I just finished. Let me see if I can find this. See if I can find this for you. Here it is. So this is the pose that I was thinking about when I did that one. So as you can see, very different, because the upper body's doing something totally different, but the lower body's pretty much the same. And that's really what imaginative work is about. Thank you. I wouldn't say that today's was from reference. These are imaginative. It's just me recalling references. But, alright, I'm going to stop there for today. Oh, nice. Like a 1-hour stream right on the money. It's perfect. I'm going to try to do these from now on. I need to step outside of my comfort zone. Me doing gesture drawing every single video, you know, it's good, but like I also need to work on my imaginative work, and I think it's probably more interesting for y'all as well to see me kind of struggle, and then you can start to see like the journey as I'm trying to get all of these on the page for you. Obviously, struggling, but layer, duplicate layer, just to make it a little darker. Um, but yeah, I think watching me struggle a bit with the references, or not the references, the gestures from imagination is probably helpful, and you can also see as I grow, because eventually these will, you know, it took me an hour today. Ooh, 10 likes. 10 likes. Wait a sec. We celebrate 10 likes here. We celebrate with a party popper. Oops. We celebrate our 10 likes. Thank you. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. And yeah, Pumpkin Pie, love you as well. Love all of y'all. I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna work on an illustration. I'll post it onto my Instagram once I am finished with it. It is of Zuri, the character that I worked on for a couple of months on the live stream. After I'm done with that, I'm gonna study animals a little bit longer. And then after I'm a little bit more comfortable with the animals, and animal anatomy, I'll start doing creature designs. I think that's the next thing that I would like to do on stream, but I just need to be a little bit more comfortable with the material because I don't feel. I mean, Locke and I talk about this pretty frequently, but I'm not a professional. I want to put that out there. All the stuff that I'm saying is just from my practice. I'm an amateur. I have not gotten a job. So, yep, I'm excited to see all of you as well for the next stream. But with that being said, I don't like to do this stuff if I don't have something to give to you that I think is at least somewhat valuable. And right now, I would not say that my like anatomy knowledge of animals and things like that would be helpful for you for your creature designs yet. So I want to make sure that I have enough knowledge to be able to at least say this is what I've noticed when I'm looking at animals and things of that nature. But yeah, I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna try to stream again this weekend, maybe Saturday night or Sunday night, and we will. Maybe I'll do some more imaginative work, or maybe I can just create like a character on stream very quickly. But Sluker, appreciate it. You have a good one too, and I'll catch y'all on the next stream. Take care of yourselves. Be kind and courteous to yourselves as you're learning to draw or learning any of a new skill, any kind of new skill. I wish it. I would do that if I wasn't following a specific course. But since I'm following a course, I wouldn't feel right going through everything from that course, basically. But maybe I'll try to put something together for you so I can help you figure out how to draw animals as well. But all right, everybody, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.